When Donald Trump sent shockwaves around the world with his global tariff plan, one country was particularly rattled: Vietnam. Now, if the tariff plan goes through, imports from Vietnam to the US would face at least a 46% levy. But why so high? Well, it's because Vietnam has a substantial trade surplus with the US, which means it sells way more to America than it buys from America. But how did that come to be? After Trump first imposed tariffs on China back in 2018, companies were looking for a break from Chinese manufacturing, and Vietnam was a viable option. The country has relatively low wages, basic infrastructure, and at least 15 free trade agreements with other economies. US companies like Apple and Intel began boosting their capacity in Vietnam, and Nike say the country made half of its footwear last year. As a result, Vietnamese cities like Hai Phong in the north have become bustling hubs for US-bound exports. Last year, the US trade deficit against Vietnam grew to more than $123 billion. But a 46% tariff won't just deal a huge blow to Vietnam's economic growth. It's also going to hit Americans' wallets. Since the US currently gets many of its clothes from Southeast Asia, the budget lab at Yale University predicted the price of clothing will rise as much as 32.7% this year. So, without discounts, your $24.99 H&M polo shirts would become $33, and a pair of Gap khakis could cost more than $92, if the prediction is correct. So far, Vietnam has asked for a 45-day delay on a tariff and promised to buy more US defense products to close the trade gap. And on April 9th, Trump announced a 90-day pause on all his reciprocal tariffs, with the exception of China.